How's your day, Mr. Envy, with technology?
Technology.
Good day. Good day.
It's been fine.
It's been a great day to watch you with technology. I tell you that much.
So, all right. Well, so today I've been using the same computer for the last year to do the podcast.
This now, it was the fast computer that you've made very slow.
Has now decided to say two fingers to you. The speakers ain't going to work, so I can't hear nothing, and I don't know why. I've updated the drivers, but I've had enough. So I'm unhappy.
And how quick does it do mixing key now? It does it so fast, doesn't it?
No, it's shit.
It took him 6 hours to do my little new one, which is not new by any means.
90 minutes.
90 minutes.
Peace.
But my new laptop would smash at 90 minutes.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure it would, but you haven't had no easy free ride on that one either, have you?
Just go away.
How about you? And this is what I'm saving. How did your set go yesterday at 4 o'clock?
It didn't.
Why?
Because Windows 11.
Well, yeah, by process of elimination, we found out that it was Windows 11, which
okay, so I installed some drivers for my sound card. All good. All's coming out. We've done a test, didn't we? It was working. And then I start my show, and then some little northerner pops up and goes, "You're double beating." I thought he was having a pop at me mixing.
I can hear him click. I can hear him queuing.
There was an input and output.
Didn't assign it now.
Everything was okay. It should have been all right.
It should have been good. The way I set it up was standard. That's how it should have been. But through process of elimination of 3 hours of work, I discovered it was Windows 11. That is a crock of shit. I do not advise anybody to get it if you're streaming using any kind of sound card, because it is. Do not bleep them swear words out, because people need to know how shit it is.
It will be bleeped.
In other words, people, Windows 11 is not the what they're saying it is.
Not yet.
No,
not yet.
At the moment,
it works with Rekordbox. Lovely. The Wi-Fi on Windows 11 is pucker. The connection with Windows 11 with the Wi-Fi is absolutely singing and dancing.
Shocking.
It's really good. But that means nothing if you can't stream. So I had to downgrade from Windows 11 back to Windows 10. I thought it was Windows 10 Professional. It actually turns out it's Windows 10 Home Edition, which is even worse than the Professional. But yeah, just technology shit.
Yeah, it went from working on a test, which we didn't test you in the mix, and then it worked.
You wouldn't think you need to, would you? It works, and
then
that's it. And
then I had two channels, but it shouldn't have had two channels. Then I had nothing. It decided just to do it all on its own.
Yeah, but I did get 20 minutes of streaming of clippity clop. But do you know what? Not one person listening said
no.
There's a problem
because no one was listening. Because no one was listening.
Can we get on with it? Come on.
I had to get it in.
Welcome to the Danceparty247 podcast. I've got myself, DJ Envy, DJ T. We've got a special guest today, DJ Wongy, who hasn't been on for a while. He's been, I don't know where he's been.
On a sabbatical. Let's leave it there.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, click notification bell if you're watching and listening on YouTube. If you're listening on any other platform, just give us a little love heart and you'll get notifications when we next go live.
Little love heart. Like, tick, whatever. Right. We are revisiting an old podcast we did a little while back.
About a year ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It would be before
Just
we
over.
it was before we actually did our first live event. So at some point before June last year. I can't remember.
It'll be about a year and a half.
April, May, something like that. So
Just over.
do you have a system for regularly discovering new music to DJ with?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, DJ Pulse.
DJ Pulse. Next one. Do you feel like your talents are overlooked as a DJ?
Some, maybe. Not really. No, not really. It is what it is.
Do you know what? As soon as you said that, I knew it would go. You know, maybe.
No, it is. Some of this is subjective because you won't know. That's a hard question to ask to somebody about themselves.
I mean, personally, for me, as it is, yeah. If you like what you see, so be it.
I would say on this. I mean, I don't know what we said last time. So, do you feel your talents are overlooked at DJ? You got yes, no, but you should have something in the middle that says, "Well, I feel I get the respect that I deserve."
Yeah. Okay. So I think that yes, they are overlooked, but that's not in a selfish way. That's because maybe I haven't put myself out there enough.
Yeah.
I would say
I would say the same.
For all of us, I would probably put a tick as a yes on that one. But it's in essence, if I was answering, if I had just somewhere in the middle that you feel you get the respect that you deserve, I'd probably answer more that way. But it definitely is not a no. I don't think. Am I underrated? It's like, well,
no,
maybe. Okay, so do you ever use more than 2 decks in your DJing? I can answer that one now. Completely different than last year.
Yes.
So
yeah, I'm confident to do more than 2 decks. I just don't at the moment have the room for more than 2 decks.
Mr. Wongy?
Yes.
Yeah. And I'll answer that. I've got 6 decks. I ain't got enough room. We took that.
I've got 5 plus my jingle side.
Yeah. Yeah, we obviously. Well, you both have because technically you've got your vinyl and everything as well, haven't you?
Yeah. I mean, technically, I've only got 1 vinyl deck up and running at the moment.
Yes. I have a 4 deck setup. 2 CDJs on loan, and a pair of CDJs I'm about to sell. If anyone wants any CDJ, Gemini 700s. And I've just upgraded to a pair of CDJ 850s. So, yeah, I have a 4 deck setup of CDJs.
Hang on. So let's clarify. You upgraded to a set of Pioneer. I downgraded from a set of Denon to a set of Gemini.
Yeah, and I'm getting rid of your old Gemini. Going around in circles, isn't it?
Bad. So I downgrade from one of the industry leading brands.
Producers,
to Gemini. I must have been mad.
Why?
Waveform. Because my
Denons were... I do understand. I understand because like the Denons you had were the 900s?
2 900s.
2 900s.
2 C900s.
Okay, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
either or.
They were great decks, but the waveform was a bit shocking.
Yeah. Okay.
With the Gemini, they're better, but they're no Denon.
Again, you've had some nice issues with that, but that's for another podcast. Next question: do you know what DMX is, and could you set up a lighting system that uses it?
Yes.
Probably not at the moment.
I would say yes, but it's only a simple plug and play.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't go down the road of setting up a DMX system in a club. But for a mobile gig, with your little box in your computer.
Have you have a little little mixer you can put assign to the channels? I could do that.
Yeah. I couldn't do a full on fantastic light show like you get at Tomorrowland or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
This one of us answered yes to this last time. I can't remember who it was. Have you ever won an award for a DJing competition?
Who answered yes to it?
Well, the actual fresh question is: have you ever won an award or competition for your DJing?
Well, I think
it was you last time when it tried to leverage in with a crowbar.
Yeah. That says it all.
I did, but I didn't at the same time.
Yeah, but no.
I did, but I didn't. I'm not going to go into full details like I did last time.
Listen, it's a no.
Well, no, technically I did, but I didn't because there weren't a prize.
Well,
there weren't a prize, but I technically did.
What we're going to do is we'll go through and I'm answering these questions as me. We'll pause it, go through, and you two answer very quickly your own questions, and then we'll see what the results are at the end. So I'm
going through doing that now.
All right, my answer is no.
My answer is no.
So I'm not going to get 100% because I thought I might have forgot about that question. Right, okay. Can you?
No.
Still ain't. Still can't. Well, I do scratch. I got jingles. I got jingles and I mess around with them, but I wouldn't call myself can I scratch? It's like no.
I scratch, but it's only my arse. I mean,
see, I've had a go at it and I've tried and I've really tried. And I would say about 15% of my scratching goes, and the other 85% is like, oh my God, what am I doing?
Yeah, I would not. Put this way, would I scratch in a club? I'll scratch mess with jingles on air, on the internet, but I do it in a club? No. No. No.
Oh, no.
Are you confident playing DJ sets that move between genres and BPMs?
Yes.
That's a fairly easy one. If you're doing a lot of DJing, then it's a good one. Do you know how to set up a laptop for DJing and keep it running reliably?
Right. Okay, so there's a few stories with this one.
Here we go. Sit back, relax, have a cuppa.
So we was out gigging last week, and you know we stream our live gigs, and a certain DJ rocked up with a laptop and no charger cable. And who was that DJ?
Me.
So he rocks up with no charger, expecting to stream a 6-hour gig.
No, okay. Let me rephrase this. I
There's nothing
forgot
to
it.
rephrase.
I didn't. I didn't go out the house and went, we're going to do this gig without a charger. It was forgotten by mistake. It wasn't done deliberately. And yes, in the middle of the gig, I downloaded on one of the other DJs, Sam Saint's Mac, which is a completely different operating system. I downloaded the OS and got it going and got us all back up within basically about half an hour. So, yes.
Yeah, but what happened the week before that when we were playing out? What did you forget then?
But we didn't need it.
No, we did. We could have done with it because it would have made life easier.
It'd be very useful, but we didn't need it.
So, what did you forget?
This is the podcast that hasn't gone out. That probably will not go out. It was a extension lead. Next question.
That was like, right, we'll brush over my mistakes for the last 2 weeks.
Next.
I remember this being a long one, so we need to get this done quickly. Do you find it difficult to get bookings outside of your own city? No. Because just put your own event on. Simple.
Yeah.
Or get
involved
with somebody else. Or get involved with somebody else who does so. Do you find it difficult? No, is the answer to that one. Because sometimes right, okay. Do you know how to mix in key?
Yes.
Yes, because we all use mixed in key, so it does it for us. Well, that's it. You don't have to use your ears, do you? Just see what it says. But yes, I can do it without.
Yes.
Yeah. But I will add to that. Even though mixed in key will say they go, that's not always the case.
Sometimes, yes, right.
You have to.
You have to use your ears.
You have to.
I mean, as a final DJ, and Envy will agree with me. From back in the day, mixing key was by the ear, nothing else.
The what I would say is that once you learn to mix in key yourself, and you are mixing in key, and other DJs around you are also mixing in key, when you hear it not in key, it becomes very apparent. Very apparent.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. That's what it is.
Yeah, you
drives
go.
you nuts.
Do you feel comfortable connecting your DJ gear up to a venue's existing sound system?
I'm about 60-40.
So that's a no then for you.
So there's one bar we go to, it just goes in and you got 2 XLRs, ka-chung, that's it.
No, the only reason being is because I haven't really had I haven't really had any experience in that in about in about probably 20 years.
You had the opportunity last weekend.
And what did you do?
Well, no,
Go on the
I
bloody
didn't.
phone.
We asked you before you even went. Do you fancy setting up? And you went, yeah, I'll give it a go.
And what happened?
And when I got there, when I got there, the camera moved. When I got there, everything was being done in front of my eyes before I could even get to anything.
Thing is, we to be fair, we did we did sort of put a little bet in place. We all wanted a free meal, and we got a free meal out of you anyway at the end of the night. So we're all happy.
Go on. What was the bet?
Well, basically, if Wongy can do it, then he doesn't owe us a meal. If Wongy can't put it all together and basically looks up and panics and starts scratching his head, that's for help. Then we will actually get him to buy us a meal to then help him out, because like he'll be looking, we're on in 10 minutes and it's not set up.
Do you know what? I was buying you a meal regardless anyway.
Oh yeah, we found that out afterwards, but we didn't know that.
Oh, funny.
Right. Have you just started DJing for the first time recently? No. Excuse me. Do you consider yourself to be highly rewarded financially for your DJing? No. Henry? Well,
that's a no.
I think the level of DJing he's at, I think he's rewarded very handsomely.
No.
I think Envy, you should come off the computer and start paying attention.
Yeah, because you're trying to get through these questions quicker than us, so he doesn't have to do it at the end. But you've got to do yours, Wongy. So we're still got to wait for you to do yours to get the result. Would you be confident playing a 4? This is bad English. Would you be confident playing a 4 hours or longer DJ set on your own? So it's 4 hour, not hours, isn't it?
Yeah. Wongy?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah. One up, woman in.
He's still cold at the end, isn't he?
That's his excuse every time we go out. He says, well, I didn't play long enough. I didn't get into that. Would you feel confident? Yes. Do you have high quality photos and video of any of your gigs? We do.
Yes.
Yeah. We all do.
Do you feel that you could convince a stranger that you're a real DJ under 30 seconds?
Yeah.
No reason to think otherwise, would they? But yeah.
Well, it's easy because I've got my name and I've got it says I'm a DJ on the back of most of my clothes. So
yeah, but the thing is that you could go to the internet and go look, and you can show somebody if you need to. So yeah. When preparing for a gig, do you go through your tunes beforehand? Choose what you might want to play on the night.
On the night.
No, I'll reread that. When preparing for a gig, do you go through your tunes beforehand to choose what you might play on the night? So do you prep them in advance? I do a
I do a semi-prep. I will put a bunch of tunes together and then I will just play it on the night.
Yeah, can we go back just a few steps to last week? So we were playing hour sets, and Wongy brings 120 hours of music for 60 minutes. So I would say no, you don't plan your sets.
I would say you probably need to plan them a little bit more. Yeah,
better.
No, yeah. I need to shrink it down. Yeah, but my point being is like I bring enough.
Did you listen to every track that you put into that playlist?
Half of it.
That's not what I asked.
No.
What? Yeah, I mean,
you should listen to them all.
This is. I mean, okay, I understand where Wongy's coming from because he likes the freedom from back in the day of being on vinyl, and therefore you would flip and choose. I'll go that one, or I'll go this one, I'll go that one. Obviously, that's where he's come from. He obviously been digital. What was it, about 18 months now, roughly? About 18 months you've been digital?
Maybe 18 months. Yeah.
It was not quite. Anyway, it's heading towards that, isn't it? Obviously, sort of, it's learning a different way of doing stuff. And being digital, you can now bring every tune you ever own. And when you got a terabyte hard drive, well, potentially when if you got one, a terabyte hard drive in your controller, and you've got pretty much every tune you ever got on digital to bring. In some respects, yeah, you bring it, but again, too many tunes can give you too many choices, can't it? So
yes.
Digital DJ tips. I saw something on there this last couple of weeks on one of their Tuesday or Thursday sessions. I can't remember which it is. I think it was the Thursday session. They do live. And they just said, rule of thumb is twice as many tracks as you need. That's more of in a club environment. If you're in a bar environment, I would say you need a little bit more again, because obviously you might have different crowds coming in, depending where you are, to give you a bit more variety. But yeah, you do need a good selection, but not a massive selection. So are you confident in using loops, filters? Mr. Loop himself is standing right in front of me. Loops, filters, effects on your mixing.
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Wongy, Mr. Loop. You missed the loop when you had to go back to vinyl for a while, didn't you?
Little bit. a massive amount. You had to actually work. Actually made you a better DJ for it, though. Let's be honest. Yes. Well, yeah, to be fair, yes.
Yeah, I mean, the timing was not great, but you went back to vinyl, and then you on the ropes a little bit, but then all of a sudden you bounced back, didn't you?
Yeah, I went back to my roots a little bit and picked up where I used to be back then.
But yeah, obviously, I would say you're better for it for now. That's for sure.
Yes.
Do you know how to? Do you know how Pro Club get it right? Do you know how? What's somebody's pinging? Who's is it? Me or you? Or is it notifications?
Notifications.
All right. Do you know how Pro Club CDJs, record decks, and mixers should be connected up?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm 75% confident in that.
Well, so do you know? Do you don't have to actually do it, just as long as you know how to do it? The difference. Are you happy with the number of DJ gigs you get offered? No. No one's offering us gigs. We had one offer of a gig last year, and Envy and I took it.
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
we had one gig offered to us. The rest of it, we created ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, technically, I'm offering you, and you're offering me. So.
No, don't go. No.
Technically, I could say a few things about that, but we'll leave it at that.
There is only one offer that came in that had nothing to do with what we were doing ourselves. So that was it. Are you comfortable in taking and dealing with requests? I can, but I don't particularly like doing them. But yeah, I can deal with them.
The best way to deal with requests is go, I'll have a look for that, and then don't bother.
No. Well, I if it's on digital, or if I'm doing a vinyl set and it's in that genre, I will look and pick it out if I can. If it's digital, yes, if it's in the bank, I may play it.
See, I don't. I literally, I go, yeah, I'll have a look for that, and then just forget.
Yeah, well, that comes down to a different subject we may well cover another podcast, because I watched the podcast. I watched a video with Deadmau5 and Penn from Penn and Teller, and Penn asked Deadmau5 a very specific question, and in essence it's like, do you just give the crowd what you're going to give them, or do you interact and then they will change the course of the direction which you will go? So I won't go into that today, but yeah, there was obviously a couple of answers given, but I would say I will listen to their request. If the request is suitable, if it's in the right environment, if it's a club, I probably won't be able to hear them start off with, and I'll just carry on with my set. if it's in a more mobile setting, then if it's suitable and I can put it in, then yeah, but it depends on the circumstances. But
I mean, last week I had about 5 or 6 requests, and we were playing house and we were playing garage, and they're asking for R&B. I don't do R&B, so.
To be fair, I think all the DJs that night had requests for R&B.
Yeah. I didn't. We won't go into that.
No. Actually, you did. I took the request and I said we're not doing R&B.
Did you? All right, again, because I had my headphones on, and because the way MV wired everything up is, thankfully none of you were coming through my headphones, so I could just get on and do my job and leave you to it.
In fairness, that's the best way to
Yeah.
have the system set up.
Oh yeah,
That's it,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Unless you are DJing to an MC, because then you need to listen to what they do.
Well, you need
and
to
play
hear
off-
them, yeah.
play off them. But yeah. All right, cool. So if someone from Google, if someone Googled your DJ name, will they find the most of a page? One is positive links featuring you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Although we answered that last time, is that there's more on Dance Party than there is us individually, but we'll take that as the same thing because we concentrate on that more than ourselves individually. Have you been paid for DJing at least once in the last year?
Yes.
A lot of our gigs are for free or cost us money. Do you have a set procedure to follow when choosing what music to buy?
Yes.
Yeah, well, we went through that last time. I think it was like a DJ pool.
I log on to the DJ pool. I go house, and then download it. Platinum notes, mixed in key. Boom, into
Done.
Yeah, but it says when to buy. So the buying process, obviously, you go to your DJ pool.
It's a bit of a silly question, isn't it? And I think we said that last time.
We did.
It's not the best question.
I would phrase that. Do you have a set procedure in preparation of your music from the buying process through to before you play? Then
it's not ideal, is it?
Do you know
It's
what?
not
Go on.
No, I was just saying it's not the best of questions, is it?
Suppose not. I don't want to criticize too much, but you know.
Okay, moving on.
You should see my revisions and grammar and mistakes that I make.
We're sitting here having a pop at these guys.
Yeah, it's like, you know, I'll gather my stones and I won't throw them at the glass window today. Do you know what to do when people won't dance?
Yeah, get on the mic and scream down it and go, dance, baby, dance.
Yeah, I know what to do. You pull a spin back, throw your headphones down, and walk out.
I mean,
there is that option, yeah.
I mean, generally, you just drop a banger, don't you?
Yeah.
Simple as that. Just drop a banger, and you get, and 99% of the time that works.
I mean, at the end of the day, if you're playing and you're looking at the dance floor and people are just not on it, sort of thing, you'll drop a banger. And if that one doesn't work, you'll drop a different style of banger, and you'll work through them until it works.
Yeah, great when you're playing cocktails. Yeah, well done. Yeah, they play the right tune that's suitable at the right time. Yeah, something that's well known that will. Do you find it hard to read a crowd?
No.
Sometimes, doesn't it?
Sometimes
some are worse than others. Some are harder than others.
Last weekend was a perfect example. Didn't have an issue because I literally just played banger after banger, didn't I? Didn't have a problem.
But that's only because you had an insight to the week before.
It was okay. It was a combination of stuff, because when you came off Wongy, you said you've been asked for R&B. I relayed that to Envy, and I said go with Gary straight away. And he went, no, I'm going to go with house. And then I told him obviously you had 3 requests for R&B. Envy thought the house was like, okay, maybe I should drop a garage. And all of a sudden it lit. So it's a accumulation. It's accumulation of obviously information gathered, and you're processing it, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Thing is, it's like there was no point going straight in my garage, because I played 4 house tracks, but they was all big tracks, and people were dancing to it.
That was warming, weren't they? Those warming.
When I dropped the garage track, which was Gotta Get Through This, I believe.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Yeah, it went off from there.
Bedingfield, yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's a bar, it's not a club, it's different. Reading a crowd in the bar is not like reading a crowd in a club, because in a bar it's different types of music all night long. In a bar it's hit and miss, and you can play 3-4 different genres and hit it throughout the night.
Yeah, you could play all exactly same genres in the wrong order, and then get nowhere all night because you're hitting the wrong mood. Can't hit
You
the
might
wrong
use
note.
it wrong time.
But generally, you can play 3-4 different genres in a bar, yeah, and hit it throughout the night. If
Yeah.
you played 3-4 different genres in a club, you'll hit one.
What I would say is it does help if you know the crowd or it's somewhere you've been frequented before.
Yeah, that does help.
One of the places we DJ'd, we knew exactly what they wanted, not what we wanted as DJs. We knew exactly what they were interested in, so we had to deliver that kind of music for them, irrespective of how the crowd react on that night. You know where you're going to be, and
yeah,
you're going to be down the cheesy end to start off with, and you're going to stay there. Yeah.
cheese, and nothing but cheese.
The bar we're talking about, I think, is going to stay the way that it is, and I think I said to T, like, in order to get it right there, from reading and looking at the crowd over the last couple of weeks, is to do what we've been to do exactly the same as we've been doing.
Yes,
because it works. So if we went to a different venue, that whole procedure starts again, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we kind of dialed in with the music genres and the styles of DJs and the types of DJs we have. We dialed in obviously the best that we could with what we had, which doesn't necessarily which is not necessarily the same order you'd play your DJs or the music in somewhere else. And sometimes you play catch up. Oh, that went down great last week, and it was like it goes down like a lead balloon the week after. Or one of the places as well is that what's going on around you is the place you're DJing in, a bar that feeds a nightclub. What they playing in a nightclub that night, because that crowd will probably be coming in. So it's an R&B event that was on, an R&B crowd was there. It's a tech house or techno night, then and if they're there to watch any uplifting house or trance, you know what I mean.
However, we held the crowd.
Yes. So, do you get a lot of praise when you DJ?
Yeah.
Not from you lot, I don't. Don't get nothing from you lot. You know what I'm saying?
Do you? I must admit, that sounds a bit. Do you get a lot? Well, how much is a lot? Do you get praise? Right. Have you been praised? I would put, have you been praised? Because
I answered yes to that question only because at the end of a set, especially more on the radio, people go, "Oh, good set, good set."
Yeah, and that's why I answered yes.
So I would say yes.
Has that been British and just being polite?
Take it as you mate.
If they're listening to you, T, they're not being polite, mate. They're just tone deaf.
Right. Okay. You know what? I listened back to my mix on Saturday and I did not enjoy it. I did not feel it. Wait there. I did not feel it. I did not enjoy it while I was doing it. I just couldn't connect. I listened back, and other than one mix was like just a little nudge. I was a lot tighter than I thought I was. I was like, crikey. Amazing how it sounds to yourself when you're not in the mood. Because I was fiddling with the camera and couldn't get that sorted. And the second half was more enjoyable for me, but I just couldn't get into it. I was like, come on, concentrate.
To be fair, I watched the replay of it, I watched a recording of it. And yeah, like you say, the first half, you was quite rigid. You just wasn't in it. And then it wasn't until like 2/3 or 3/4 way through that you actually started getting into it a little bit and loosened up.
Well, it was certainly the second hour that I said, like, come on. I felt I was tighter, but listen, the first half I was reasonably tight, but it's just I wasn't enjoying it. You can see my body language is different.
You was rigid, you was rigid.
But the music wasn't as bad as I thought it would have been in comparison to how I was feeling.
Well, look, at least you got to do your set. I had to wait till 9 o'clock at night before I could get on and do anything.
I think, talk about praise, Sorsha came on with half an hour to go and went, good set. I went, oh, you're off.
What's that with you?
Yeah, half an hour left to go.
Yeah. To be fair, that's the sort of thing that Envy would do.
That means
that sort of thing you hear. Brilliant set, well done, thank you very much. Yeah, but exactly, this is the last like 2 minutes.
She's leaving half an hour to go. Well, she still stayed in the chat, but my expectation was she's going to pop off. As I was her saying goodbye, but it's like a bit early, maybe. You know what I mean? I've still got time to mess it up.
All right. So moving on. What's the next question?
Do you struggle using EQ volume levels to perform smooth mixes?
No.
No.
Have you done a live stream, mixtape, podcast, radio show in the last month?
No.
Wongy, in the last month. Well, you're lucky because it's a podcast. Yeah. But a podcast is what they call a mixtape, isn't it? Yeah.
Actually, Pedro was last time I played.
That was more than a month.
Wait there.
That was 3 weeks ago.
Wait there. You did a live stream last weekend.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're on air as well at the same time playing out live. So you did
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah.
Get out of jail card there for Wongy. Because he hasn't been streaming.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Anyway, yeah. Go on.
If the music stopped halfway through a DJ set, would you be confident enough to fix the problem and get the music playing again?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you an example. Music stops coming out of all the speakers. What's the problem?
Output.
What output?
If it stops coming out of everything, then it's from the mixer.
Not necessarily.
Well, no, your first port of call would be mixer. Then from the mixer, you'll go to the assigned channel that's playing, and to the unit that's playing on that assigned channel.
Well, I'll tell you what I would do. I would first of all check the music's playing, as in it's the CD or MP3s going, and I got my LEDs going up, so I know there's a sound input going in.
Yeah,
and then go for the mixer throughout. But it could be power, it could be leads, could be cables. We had that last of the week because we had no power. It was cables. We had to change 2 XLRs.
We had power, but we had no sound going into the speakers. Did we?
Yeah.
We had everything going into the mixer, all the lights going up and down. Yeah, and
Nothing else.
And that's as far as it went.
And then it was like, okay, there's the last process is okay. I was around the front, and Envy said, "Change the XLR." I said, "Change both of them." And it was both of them gone.
That's mad, isn't it?
You can never have that.
Because I mean, the point of elimination is we got to the mixer, we knew all the lights working in the mixer, so you had only 2 points of call left, either the cables or the speakers.
Well, thing is, we still had a speaker that blew itself. I reckon it's a fuse, which he still hasn't checked. Have you, Envy?
No, because my wife, as lovely as she is, love her to bits, decided to move 3 bedrooms around at 8 o'clock this evening.
And you've had a computer that you've had your new computer laptop, you've had your head in all weekend, haven't you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Forget about my broken kit. I was going to pay with my new kit.
Yeah. Hence, that's why he plays in the doghouse.
And in fairness, I was DJing till 11 o'clock last night because I couldn't get on at 4 o'clock. I could only get on at 9 o'clock.
Yeah, and then what happened? Your Wi-Fi went off.
Too early. 6 minutes to go. And he went, I've had enough.
Yeah, I was the same. Enough bass house. I can't take it no more. That's it.
It was bass house, tech house, and future house.
Yeah, but it was all on the bass heavy side. The lot of it.
Yeah.
It was.
But basically, you blew the internet out the floor.
Yeah, so obviously we had a speaker that went down and 2 cables that went down.
All in the same night, eh?
That's before we even started.
It was, wasn't it?
Yeah. And then once it started, we discovered we didn't have a charger lead.
Yeah. Moving on quickly. When choosing the next track, is the most important thing you'll find? When choosing the next track, is the most important thing for you finding something that will mix well?
Yes.
Yeah.
And no.
Depending on your environment.
Yeah, but you got to break this down to what they're asking. Is, for me, from the question they're asking, yes, it would be something that mixes well. But in real life, it ain't always like that, is it?
No. I think what the question is trying to get is basically, are you mixing tracks that go well together and all that kind of stuff? But the reality,
in general, yes.
Yeah. I answered yes to it.
But the thing is, if you put your ideal setup and you're doing mix and key like we do, then the next track is your ideal track because it's in key and everything like that, and it's your personal choice. But you might change. It still might be in key, but you might change that track for something different. It may well mean you have to technically do something different, but it's not going to be as an easier mix and it works better with the crowd. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're just saying, are you picking
Yes,
the
for
best
me.
tracks?
For me, yeah.
Would you struggle playing a DJ gig that's different music to your normal style?
No.
No.
Well, it depends, obviously, what it is, but typically, no. We all got a level of comfort zone and a bit of a buffer around that, haven't we? Envy's just found his Blur after all this time. He's been after it for months.
It's only on the laptop though. It ain't on none of my other computers.
Finally.
Thing is, actually, I'm trying to read the question. I just had a corner of my eye, everything went. Bing.
I noticed it too.
Right, he's a happy bunny now.
Okay, moving on.
It looks better though, doesn't it now? Because I've got a lot of crap in my studio. So
yeah.
Just don't put your hands up, mate, because you can't see them. They're blurred. Look, they're all weird.
Right.
Do you know how to use body language and eye contact to make connection with your audience?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should answer that because the wife might get upset.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can use body language and eye contact to
as a DJ, answer it truthfully.
Yeah, of course you can.
Yeah,
we've done it on Saturday.
Yeah.
As a DJ and as a host.
Yeah.
But we know this. We know certain DJs don't even look up.
Yes.
And they just play the music they're going to play, and it's more hit and miss if they get it right. What they'll do is that track went well. They'll look up the dance floor right in front of them, but don't look to the rest of the room, and they'll just react in terms of what's directly in front of them.
They're looking within the first 15 to 20 feet off from where they are.
Yeah, and they won't go like, okay, there's 4 or 5 people on the dance floor, but there's 15 people around the room nodding their heads, and giving it loads, but just don't want to come down the dance floor. So think, right, what can I find for you to bring you down, rather than going, this is great, they're on the dance floor, I'll give them something similar.
Yeah.
Or you're going to get what you're going to get anyway, because I'm going to play it no matter what, which is more often the case.
I mean, you can say that. I mean, last week, I would normally just work my way through my playlist, but I was going up and down. Do you know what I mean? Up and down the whole playlist to find what works.
Next question. Would you be confident in DJing on any type of DJ gear?
Yes.
Yes,
listen, I've got Geminis at home. I'm happy to DJ on anything. Do you know what I mean?
Confident, yeah. Would you feel confident, comfortable? Yeah. Not always comfortable, but confident to get on and do the job.
Yeah, not always comfortable, but yeah, I'm confident enough to get on and as long as I'm showing the pointers, yeah, no problem.
Well, we did that last week. We did not DJ on Sam Saint's mixer. We DJ'd on a Prime mixer.
Yeah,
which I'll be honest, I didn't like, because when you take the EQs out, it don't kill it completely. Where on the Pioneer it does, and on my mixer at home it does.
Okay.
It leaves a little bit in on each band, and then when you take it out, you can hear it. You hear it come out.
It has a knock-on effect, about 3-second knock-on effect.
Well, the also as well, because we had 2 external CDJs coming into the mixer as well, you were not able to use all the effects because obviously it's not built to do that. So
yeah,
but yeah. In essence, can you different types of DJ gear? Then
yeah,
a mixer's a mixer, a deck's a deck, in it.
Yeah,
they do the same thing.
They all do the
same thing. Yeah. Fundamentally, it's the same.
Yeah.
So, yes. Could you set up a PA system and get it working with DJ equipment, microphones, and other external inputs?
Yes,
I reckon. Yeah.
Okay. Do you find it hard to play successful DJ sets when the audience is of varied ages and musical tastes?
No, not really, because you just throw your music.
Yeah, you just go fishing, don't you? You go fishing a lot more until you find what works.
Yeah, you vary it. You vary it what you have at the time.
Yeah, because you think, well, they're not dancing, but I haven't entertained them this evening, so I need to find something that would get them, that particular group at the back, or that particular age group.
Hence, that's why you take a big playlist.
Not 120 hours though.
No.
Irrespective,
I would say for in a nightclub, obviously DJ tips is right. Absolutely double what you're going to play. In a bar,
3 times.
I don't know exactly how much, but you do need a considerable amount more. You need enough to play. I mean, if you're doing a mobile gig, you just need to play all the hits of every different genre you have. You're never going to play every genre all night, but you need the variety. But in a bar, but this way, to a degree, we'll end up playing, if we go back to a bar regular enough, playing less and less different genres, because we'll just stick to the ones that work.
That works, yeah.
You're not going to play any. Well, we don't play R&B and hip hop for starters, so there's 2 we won't play.
Well, you say that.
I was going to say not yet.
You wait till later. We've got some D&B for you.
Do you find it hard? No, we don't find it hard. Do you network with the venue owners, managers, promoters, and other DJs? Yes, as much as we can on our circles.
Yep.
Do you know the difference between audio interface and a MIDI controller?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because Envy had trouble with an audio interface last night.
Yes, I did. Yes.
No. I'll do 50-50 at the moment.
Okay, so on that
that'd
one,
be a no then.
MIDI controls. MIDI basically gives a signal input to control something on the computer. An audio interface is something like Envy had a sound card that just gets the music in. Yeah, it's not a coded signal.
Hang on, I'll just clarify that. If you're not running Windows 11.
Okay. Yeah. And I'd like to clarify that within the last 14 months, I've come from like the 19th century into the 21st century.
Yeah.
I'd like to clarify you come from the 1st century into the 21st century. We just clarify that.
I've come from the ice age, the dinosaur age, like
exactly.
I've just jumped a big mountain.
I was going to say T-Rex was your good buddy, wasn't he? Anyway.
Yeah, he's my drinking partner.
Next question. Do you know how to play a main slot?
Yeah.
Do you produce your own music?
I don't, but you do.
I've done it a little bit more. I've done some jingles and expanded that to a track, and I've done a couple of other tracks, haven't I, early this year.
I have a super fast laptop now, so I will be.
So yes, and we know that Wongy's going to venture this direction. Is that right, Mr. Wongy?
Yeah, I'm starting to venture to it. I'm just waiting on the equipment. Yeah, but yeah.
So if we can appear all night trying to sort it out. Do you produce your own music? Mine says yes. Obviously, you two currently no, but obviously to change in the future. Do you tend to buy all your music from the same place?
No.
Nope. Do you know how to use a microphone correctly?
Yes.
Go back and listen to last week's stream, the pair of you.
There's nothing wrong with a microphone use. It was just the words that have been spoken into it.
It's not, no. Do you know how to use a microphone correctly? That means obviously the technical side, as well as obviously what you speak down at the use of the microphone.
In general, yes.
Yeah, just don't get drunk. Inebriated, liquefied, but just not horizontal. Yeah. Do you regularly record and critique your own DJ mixes?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that. Yeah, Mr. Wongy his Mixcloud content goes right up when he listens to his, doesn't he? And Envy FM in the car all day long, isn't it?
Yeah. There's nothing better like Envy FM.
Well, at the moment, I've got a different car. So I've borrowed the mother-in-law's car, and it's got an old school CD player in there, so I can't connect my phone or plug in a USB. So it's MVFM is no more.
Well, burn some CDs. You got computers and drives, haven't you?
I'm gonna. I just haven't got round to it yet.
Oh, is a music you want to play in your DJ sets, but you don't know how to mix it in?
No.
All I can see is your chin, Envy.
Yeah, sorry.
See, he just gets distracted. He's I'm sure he's a magpie. He's like, oh, something silver.
It's so shiny over there.
Oh, it's nothing. If you're not talking yourself, you're like, I said it to Wongy before. He's like, well, I'll do something else then. I'll pretend I'm listening.
It's almost like there's a flashing light over there. Hang on. What's that?
No.
There's no. Can you easily explain to people the style of music you play when you DJ? Can you explain Tech House?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tech in its house. You put them together.
Yeah.
What's tech? Is it IT?
Well, no, but yeah.
Yeah. Can you? Oh, this is. I don't know on this one. Can you manually beat mix?
Yes.
Yeah.
How well though? That's the question, isn't it? Yes.
But we can. We can. Yes.
Is your music collection organized well enough so that you can find what you want when you want it every time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Wongy.
What?
No way. You can't. I see the state of your computer.
No, well, yeah, right. But when I play my sets, I know what I'm playing.
Right. That's not what the question asked. Is your computer and music? Is your music organized on your computer?
That's not what he asked. He said, can you acquire what you want when you want it?
No. I'll give you the exact wording. Is your music collection, not what you play out, is your music collection organized well enough so you can find what you want when you want it every time?
Given the time, yes.
Well, I would say if all of us had put our music collection into a record box, then you can do just type it out and you'll find what you want, won't you? Because then it's there. If you're asking for me in my files to find a specific track, it's like 3 years old. I'm going to go, I don't know where to find it. But what I would do is that on my old computers is basically everything's gone through Virtual DJ. So I go into Virtual DJ, hook me external hard drives up, and then find it that way. So I can find it every time I've ever needed to.
So the bottom line is yes.
Yes, but it's everything as I'm going forward now because I'm using Record Box. Will go through Record Box to terms of what I actually need in my collection going forward. But you ask me stuff that's old, I got stuff that's not even keyed. It's that old. No need to key
it. In general, the bottom line is yes.
Yes. Have you recently written? Oh, have you recently been written about in the press or featured on somebody else's website or blog?
Yes.
Yeah.
So whose website have you been on?
Nata Jax.
Yeah. We done the charity thing for Petro Uno. We've mentioned on that.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Dance Party collectively. All right. Okay. Also, yes. Okay. All right. Do you have a high quality website with these? Okay. Do you have a high quality website with these 2 social media profiles? Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me done that one. Do you know the difference? Okay. Do you know the difference between lossy and lossless audio file formats?
No.
Right. So lossless is like WAV and FLAV and all that kind of stuff. It's like 1,400 kilobytes, etc.
Okay.
And lossy is when you have like an MP3, you've lost. Yeah.
Waveform.
Yeah. So I can't remember which way around they are now.
No. It's the quality of the music.
Yeah, so it's just you got 320 megabytes compared to like a WAV file. You've got 1,440. You know what I mean? You've lost. So one you don't lose. And
okay, I understand. Because I was actually thinking like as in waveform.
No,
what you'd see visually.
You've got 1,400 odd bits worth of information, and you can pressed it down to just 320. That's why we see all the loud sound systems, especially if you've got people who've lifted stuff off the internet or down to 128, then it's even more noticeable. What I've found, I don't know about you two, is that the sound systems that we are coming across, that I'm playing MP3s now. Probably when we talked about this before, we talked about playing WAVs out live and stuff, but with platinum notes, I'm finding. I think unless you're going to I would have us going on a festival, mega sound system. I would probably go WAVs, but. For a club, a decent size, a medium-sized club,
club and bar, platinum notes.
Yeah, it does the job. Yeah. So the answer to that one is yes. Do you struggle with conquering DJ nerves?
No.
No.
Do you ever get nervous enough to inhibit your performance? No. Do you listen to the types of music? Do you listen to types of music other than what you DJ with?
Yeah, when I'm listening to LBC and Capital and Kiss in the car, because it's only got a CD player.
Yeah. Okay. I will. I would actually rephrase that slightly differently, because obviously there's circumstances in which you're saying you have no other choice. Because if you had a choice, you probably wouldn't be listening to something different, would you? Because
if he had a choice, it'd be MVFM.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If I typically, I am the same. It's only when I'm in an environment, basically driving the car or something like that, or someone's on TV, or the kids are listening to something else, that I will listen to something else. If I am listening to something, I will put on dance music or on monitoring.
I was listening to R&B while I was putting the bed together earlier.
Not through choice.
God no.
See, when I'm at work, I listen to pop music, like that's on the radio, not listen to Hot FM.
Yeah.
So we only play that because it's like light-hearted and it's good for the customers. But generally, if I'm at home, I'll listen to dance music or myself.
I mean, we know some DJs.
I think you listen to yourself, Wongy.
No, I listen to myself when I'm out walking.
I was some DJs very specifically. We know one DJ that listens to classical music to train his ear that little bit more.
Yeah.
Carlos,
yeah.
Yeah.
But generally, yes. The answer is yes, but it's not always by choice. So that's the reality of that one.
Yeah, but that it's not asking if it's by choice. It's just asking, do you listen to other music?
If you're more in control of your circumstances, then you probably would be even more narrow in terms of what you listen to.
Yeah, it's the one.
Yeah. Do you consider? Go on.
No. Go on, you go.
Do you make a conscious effort to listen to music every day?
Yes.
See, that's a bit misleading, because I and UT, we have to listen to music every day if we like it or not.
Yeah.
So it's not really a fair statement, is it?
No.
I'm in the same category.
I would. Well, yeah. I'm obviously, Wongy goes to work. Obviously, DJ as well. We listen to our DJs. So it's I mean, if you work, if you're in the environment of music's all around you all the time anyway. I mean, think about it. I can't. I don't know about you two, but when I'm in the car, I can't go in the car without any music. I could have put radio on.
Right. Okay. So I'm not the only one that thinks like that. In the morning on the freaking school run, they have no music. Do you know how depressing it is?
Why? I'm like,
listen, it doesn't matter where I go. Yeah. The minute I sit my foot out the door, I've got headphones on, I've got music going.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if it's radio, it doesn't matter if it's like a mixed set. Either or, it's music.
I have to wait till the last child gets out of the car to put the radio on.
More for you.
Do you play a musical instrument, make music?
No.
So I would say yes, because I do a bit of production, but I don't play a musical instrument.
You don't play an instrument then, do you?
Well, no. The question is, do you play a musical instrument, stroke, make music? So if you produce, you make music.
Right. So in the latter part of the years, no, I don't use an instrument. In my younger part of the years, yes, I used to use horn whistles and I used to use musical instruments when I was out.
Do you network? Yes, we do.
A horn and a whistle is not a musical
instrument. No, and a musical instrument. I used to have a little horn thing that I used to play different tunes.
A recorder?
No, I used to have a horn thing, yeah? Come along, and you could like a little tube thing like that, and then come out with a horn, and you had like 4 little things on the top. It's like a funny shaped trumpet.
A trombone?
No, trombone goes like in and out sort of thing.
You do what you want, mate, with your trombone.
Oh, whatever. Either or. So the answer to the question is, of present, no.
We're done. All right. Okay. So Mr. Wongy and Mr. Envy have done theirs. So let's do it. I know what came out last time. I was a couple ahead of Envy, which actually cheesed him off big time. Probably because I'm just a bit older and been around a bit longer. But anyway,
well, I'll go first.
Go on, Mr. Wongy.
Well, my overall score is 85%.
85%.
Yeah,
that's better than last time, mate.
Big difference. Big difference. Mr. Envy, what's yours?
120.
Don't lie.
87.
87.
Here it goes. Go on.
88.
88.
88.
Right, I've let myself down on promoting myself.
So let's go through the different sections. So gear, what did you get for gear, Mr. Wongy?
Hang on, where do I get my overall?
Just
Scroll down.
Scroll down.
Oh, 10.
10. Okay. Mr. Envy?
10.
Okay. Music?
9.
Envy?
10.
10. I would just say basically that one would be your procedures, Wongy. You need to get your procedures in place a little bit better for your music.
Yeah.
Techniques? Anyone?
9.
9.
9. I think basic all three of us just can't scratch. And he's got a scratch thing on there as a little motif in it.
Yeah.
Playing out?
8.
9.
9. And promoting oneself?
7.
T got 7.
Yeah, I
7.
got 7 because you got 6.
Yeah.
I got 7.
Yeah. So I think last time I was probably about 86, 87. Or about the same. I don't think I've answered.
I'll be honest, we haven't really moved, maybe 1%, if that.
All I know is that last time I might have said that I do producing, and I have done over the years. I've done a little bit more here and there in the last couple of years in between. So
yeah,
that's the only thing I can think of that I've
what
changed.
let us down this time and last time
was promoting.
Self-promoting.
Yeah, it's all down.
Yeah, because that's it. It kind of asks that in a bigger sense, isn't it? I mean, you know, the blogs and papers and internet and all that kind of stuff that we're doing all our stuff for us. But I'll be honest with you, if we were answering those questions as an individual, take away the dance party umbrella, we'd all score a whole lot lower.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Especially on the promoter side.
If we weren't doing it how we're doing it, we would be doing it for ourselves. So
yeah.
Thank you very much for watching and listening to Danceparty247 podcast. If you'd like to leave your comments below and click the notification bell, you will be notified when next time we put a podcast out. Thank you very much. Good night, God bless, and see you next time.
Ta-da.
Bye-bye.
We'll do. We'll go with that.
Thank you very much for watching the Danceparty247 podcast. If you'd like to subscribe, leave a comment below.
Codpast. Codpast. It smells a bit fishy, this.
Right.